Welcome to How to Become a Division I Basketball Player. In this audiobook, I'll walk you through the roadmap that every aspiring athlete needs if they want to reach the next level. This isn't just about basketball. It's about mindset, preparation, sacrifice, and discipline. If you're ready to take your game and your life to the next level, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Chapter 1, the mindset of a D1 athlete. Every journey starts in the mind. Before you ever dribble a ball, before you shoot your first jumper, before you put on a college jersey, it starts with how you think. Repeat this: talent opens the door, but my mindset keeps me in the room. That's the difference between players who dream of Division I and those who actually get there. Think about it. Every high school in America has its star, but not every star makes it. Why? Because mindset separates the good from the great. And here's the key. How you see yourself affects where you land in sports. If you see yourself as average, you will play average. If you carry the mindset of a winner, you will become a winner. Because winners do what it takes to win, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching. Let's imagine two players. Both average 20 points per game. One thinks talent is enough, so he coasts through practice. The other treats every drill like the championship game. Guess which one a coach wants? Here's the truth. At the Division I level, everyone is talented. So coaches aren't just looking at your skill, they're looking at your habits, your identity, your mindset. Say this with me: I am a winner, I am disciplined, I will sacrifice for my dream. Now here's an exercise. Close your eyes and picture yourself walking into an empty gym. No crowd, no coaches, just you and the ball. Do you go through the motions, or do you attack every rep with intensity? That's the question every player must answer. And here's your action step. Grab a notebook. Write down one distraction in your life that steals your focus. It could be your phone, it could be video games, it could be staying up too late. Now cross it out. Underneath, write one new habit that will replace it, something that pushes you closer to D1. Remember this: you don't get to the top by accident. You get there by building the right mindset, one choice at a time. How you see yourself shapes how far you'll go. Winners see themselves winning, and then they do what it takes to make it real. Chapter 2, Skill Development, Mastering the Basics. You don't get recruited for being flashy. You get recruited for being solid. The players who last at the next level are the ones who master the basics. Repeat this: simple done well beats fancy done sloppy. Let's break it down. Ball handling. A Division I guard can handle with both hands. That means no weak side, no easy trap for defenders. You need to dribble under pressure, make moves with either hand, and stay confident. Drill, 2-ball dribbling, 50 pounds each hand. Weak hand only drives, 20 reps each side. Cone zigzags with full speed layups. Shooting, your form must be consistent. Balance, elbow under the ball, follow through. Coaches don't care about trick shots, they care about repeatable makes. Drill, 100 mid-range jumpers, 100 threes from 5 spots, 50 free throws when you're tired. Defense, a player who can score is valuable, but a player who can score and defend, that's priceless. Drill, defensive slides, full court 10 times, closeouts with a partner, 20 reps. One-on-one full court, no reaching, just moving your feet. Decision making, basketball IQ is part of skill. A smart pass, the right rotation, or setting a screen at the right time shows coaches you know the game. Be a good decision maker. I always say the difference between someone who makes good and bad decisions is this: the one who makes good decisions does so because they put emphasis on being a great decision maker. That means slowing the game down in your mind, reading the floor, studying film, learning to recognize situations before they happen. Here's a quick story. I knew a player who averaged just 8 points per game. Not flashy, not a scorer, but he was always in the right place, making the right play. He set picks when he needed to. He cut to the basket at the right time and could finish around the rim. He followed his teammates' shots instead of standing on the perimeter watching. He made coaches notice him because he played the game the right way. When recruiters came, they noticed him more than the leading scorer. Why? Because he made great decisions. Every possession. Say this with me: I will master the fundamentals. I will play the game the right way. Action step: create a skills checklist for this week. 500 made shots, 200 dribble reps with your weak hand, 3 full defensive workouts. Check each one off. At the end of the week, ask yourself, Did I keep my word? Remember, the players who shine at the next level aren't the ones chasing highlights. They're the ones who do the basics over and over until it becomes second nature. Chapter 3: The Body of a Division I Player. Basketball at the Division I level is physical. If your body isn't ready, you will get left behind. Repeat this: my body is my engine, I will take care of it. Talent gets you noticed, but your body allows your talent to shine. Without strength, speed, endurance, and recovery, your game won't hold up. You don't have to look like a bodybuilder, but you need enough strength to finish through contact and battle for rebounds. And here's the most overlooked area: your core. A strong core keeps you balanced, explosive, and under control. It's the foundation of your movement. If your core is weak, your lateral movement will be weak. That means you won't be able to stay in front of the player you're guarding. But if your core is strong, you can slide, cut off angles, and lock down your matchup. Make sure your core is strong. It could be the difference between being a liability on defense or being the player a coach trusts to guard the other team's best scorer. Speed and agility. At the next level, the game is fast. Guards push the pace. Forwards sprint the floor. If you can't keep up, you won't last. Endurance. Basketball is a 40-minute game. If you run out of gas in the second half, a coach won't trust you. Stretch, ice, foam roll, and most of all, sleep. 8 to 9 hours of rest is non-negotiable. Nutrition. Fuel your body with clean food. Protein, vegetables, water. Fast food slows you down. Injury prevention. Warm up before workouts. Cool down after games. Strengthen small muscles in your hips, ankles, and shoulders. Action step. This week, write down your body routine. If strength, speed, recovery, or nutrition is missing, that's your weak link. Fix it. Remember, your body is your engine. Protect it, strengthen it, fuel it. Chapter 4: Exposure and Highlight Reels. At the high school level, you might be the star, but at the college level, things change. Repeat this: I will play the right way, even if I am not the star. Most freshmen don't walk onto a campus and become the leading scorer. They become role players first. This is why your highlight reel matters. Not just to show scoring, but to show you can fit into a system. Scoring is only one part of basketball. Show defense, show passing, show hustle. Show that you can do the little things that help a team win. A coach already knows you can score. They want to see if you can help them win in multiple ways. Action step: start collecting clips now. Every time you have a good game, add highlights to a folder. When the season ends, you'll have everything you need for a balanced reel. Chapter 5: Recruiting Basics. Grades matter. So you've sent your highlight reel. A coach has watched it. He or she is interested in you. Now comes the next test, and it has nothing to do with a basketball. It's your grades. Repeat this: skill without grades is not a good combination. The NCAA has requirements: GPA, core classes, test scores. If you don't meet them, you don't play. Coaches don't want headaches. They want student athletes who can handle both school and the game. So check your GPA right now. If you're slipping, fix it today. Tutoring, extra study, whatever it takes. Remember, your education lasts longer than your career. Chapter 6: Character, the person behind the player. Basketball skill gets you noticed. Grades keep you eligible. But character decides if people want you around. Repeat this: my game will open doors, but my character will keep them open. A coach doesn't just recruit your talent. They recruit your attitude. They recruit your effort. They recruit the way you treat teammates, teachers, and even your family. Think about it. If you average 20 points, but you complain, argue, or bring drama, that coach may pass on you for someone who averages 10 points but shows respect, works hard, and lifts up the team. Character shows in the small things. How you respond when the ref makes a bad call. How you act when you're taken out of the game. Whether you clap for a teammate who just scored, whether you show up on time or show up late, people remember those moments, and coaches talk. If one coach hears you're disrespectful, lazy, or uncoachable, word spreads fast. Here's your action step. Ask 3 people you trust: your coach, a teacher, and a teammate. This simple question: how do I act when things don't go my way? Listen to their answer. If they tell you the truth, use it to grow. Being someone people like to have around is just as valuable as hitting shots. Because in college, you're not just part of a team, you're part of a family. And no coach wants someone in their family who breaks the trust. Remember, talent may get you a look. Grades may get you through the door, but good character is what makes a coach say, "That's the player I want in my program." Chapter 7, Visits, taking official and unofficial visits. So, the coach likes your game, they like your grades, they like your character. Now it's time to visit. There are two types of college visits, official and unofficial. Visits. An unofficial visit means you pay your way to the college, tour the campus, and meet players, staff, and coaches. It's a way of investing in yourself. Official visits. The school pays for travel, meals, and housing because they're interested in you coming and joining them. Both matter. Both are tests because on every visit, they're watching you. Here's what you need to know. Coaches don't just want to see your skills. They want to get to know you. They want to see how you act, how you carry yourself, and how you handle conversations. That's why it's important to come prepared. Have your questions lined up about academics, the program, the style of play, and even life on campus. Show them you're serious and thoughtful. And if you bring parents or family members along, make sure they remain calm and respectful. An intrusive parent who takes over the visit, interrupts, or tries to speak for you can be a red flag for a coach. Coaches want to know you can think and communicate for yourself. Action step. Before any visit, write down 5 questions you'll ask the coach. Practice saying them out loud so you're confident. And talk with your parents ahead of time. Make sure they support you without overshadowing you. Chapter 8, Social Media and Reputation. Your game shows what you can do. Your social media shows who you are. Repeat this. My posts are a reflection of who I am. Coaches will check your Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If they find drama or negativity, they'll move on. Ask yourself, do you have pictures up giving the middle finger, throwing up gang signs, covering your face in immature ways? Are you posting videos of people fighting? If so, why would a college coach be interested in you? Remember, there are more players than college roster spots available. If your social media is basically saying, "Don't pick me, trust me," they won't. Use your platforms wisely. Celebrate teammates, show your grind, respect your family, coaches, and community. Action step. Clean your social media. Delete what doesn't fit the image of a Division I athlete. From now on, post only what reflects your goals and your character. Chapter 9, The Grind Never Stops. Getting noticed is only the beginning. Sending your highlight reel, getting your grades right, showing good character, and making visits. All of that matters. But none of it means anything if you stop working. Repeat this. The grind doesn't stop. The grind never stops. Division I basketball is another level. Everyone is stronger. Everyone is faster. Everyone was the best player on their high school team. So how do you stand out? By working harder, by staying consistent, by never letting success make you comfortable. Here's what the grind looks like. You wake up early to lift weights before class. You go to practice and push yourself through every drill. After practice, you put up extra shots. On weekends, you study film and work on your weaknesses. The grind is not about doing it when it feels good. It's about doing it when you're tired, when no one is watching, when your friends are out and you're in the gym. Coaches respect players who love the work. They can see who takes shortcuts and who doesn't. And trust me, shortcuts will get exposed at the college level. Here's your action step. Write down your daily schedule for 1 week. Look at how many hours you spend on basketball. Look at how many hours you waste on things that don't move you forward. Then make one change. Replace 1 wasted hour with 1 hour of work on your game. Remember, talent gets you in the door. Grades keep you eligible. Character makes people trust you. But the grind, the daily work, is what keeps you at the Division I level. Chapter 10, Finding the Right School. Getting recruited is exciting. But here's the truth. Not every Division I school is the right fit for you. Finding the right school is just as important as earning the offer. Repeat this. The wrong fit can hold me back. The right fit can help me shine. The first step is honesty. Be real with yourself about where you are right now as a player. Don't choose a school based only on the name or the conference. Choose a school that matches your skill set. Let's imagine you're a point guard. Are you an up-tempo guard who thrives in transition? Or are you a half-court guard who controls the pace and runs sets? If you pick a school that plays a style opposite of yours, you'll look like a fish out of water. But if you pick a school that matches your strengths, you'll look like you belong. This is why research matters. Watch film of the team. Look at how they play. Ask yourself, would I fit in that system? And don't stop there. Check their depth chart. If a school already has 2 or 3 players at your position, ask yourself, do I want to sit for 2 years, or do I want to go somewhere I can make an impact? Competition is good, but opportunity matters too. Also, look beyond basketball. How are the academics? What is campus life like? If basketball ended tomorrow, would you still want to be at that school? Here's your action step. Pick 3 schools you're interested in. Write down their style of play. Write down how many players are ahead of you at your position. Then be honest. Does this school fit who I am as a player and as a student? Remember, you're not just looking for a school. You're looking for the right home. The place where your game, your growth, and your goals all fit together. Chapter 11, Understanding Scholarship Offers. Getting a scholarship offer is exciting. It means a coach believes in you. But here's what every player needs to understand. Not all scholarships are the same. Repeat this. An opportunity is valuable, whether it's full or partial. Let's break it down. A full scholarship covers tuition, housing, meals, and books. This is what most players dream about. But the truth is, not everyone will get one. Many players are offered a partial scholarship. That means the school covers some of your costs, while you or your family cover the rest. It could be half tuition, or maybe just books and housing. It's still a major opportunity, and for many families it makes college affordable. Then there are walk-ons. Walk-ons don't receive scholarship money at first, but they earn a spot on the team. From there, with hard work and consistency, some walk-ons do eventually earn scholarships. Here's the key. Don't get caught up comparing your offer to someone else's. Whether it's full, partial, or walk-on, the real question is, can you use this opportunity to grow, improve, and make an impact? Coaches don't just hand out scholarships. They invest in players who can help their program. When you accept an offer, you're also accepting the responsibility to prove them right. Here's your action step. If you get an offer, sit down with your family and break down exactly what's being covered. Write out the numbers. Understand the value. Then ask yourself, am I ready to commit to this opportunity with everything I have? Remember, the scholarship is the start, not the finish line. What you do with it determines how far you go. Chapter 12, Understanding the Different Levels. When people hear Division I, they often think it's all the same. But the truth is, even within Division I, there are levels. And outside the NCAA, there are other leagues that still offer scholarships and opportunities. Repeat this. The goal is to find my level, not just chase the name. Let's start with NCAA Division I. At the very top, you have the high major programs. These are schools in conferences like the ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, and the Pac-12. They have the biggest arenas, the biggest TV contracts, and they send the most players to the NBA. Next, you have the mid-majors. These schools are still highly competitive. They play in conferences like the Atlantic 10, the Missouri Valley, or the Mountain West. They may not get as much national attention, but they still produce NBA players and overseas pros. Then there are the low majors or small Division I schools. These programs may not have the resources or the exposure of the high majors, but they still play Division I basketball and offer scholarships. For the right player, this can be the perfect fit. Now let's look beyond the NCAA. The NAIA also offers Division I basketball scholarships. Many people overlook this level, but NAIA schools can be a great fit, especially for players who want playing time in a smaller campus environment. There's also junior college, or JUCO. JUCO programs are 2-year schools that offer scholarships too. Some players go JUCO to improve their grades, develop their game, or earn more exposure before transferring to a bigger school. Many Division I stars started at a junior college before moving up. And then there's the NCCAA, not to be confused with the NCAA. The NCCAA is the National Christian College Athletic Association. They have schools across the country, and yes, they also offer athletic scholarships. The point is this: basketball opportunities exist at many levels. Don't get locked into thinking only about the big-name schools. Your path might look different, but that doesn't make it less valuable. Here's your action step. Research 5 different schools at 5 different levels. Pick 1 high major, 1 mid-major, 1 low major, 1 NAIA, and 1 JUCO. Write down the style of play, the scholarship opportunities, and the academic programs. Then ask yourself, which of these fits my goals right now? Remember, the letters on the jersey don't define your future. The work you put in and the opportunities you take advantage of do. Here's the secret. Players who embrace their role early often grow into bigger roles later. Coaches reward trust and maturity. If you prove you can be counted on in small moments, you'll earn bigger moments. Chapter 13, Life as a Freshman Role Player. Every high school star dreams of walking into college and starting from day one. But here's the truth. Very few freshmen become instant stars. Most start their journey as role players. Repeat this: I will earn my role. I will grow into my opportunity. When you step onto a Division I campus, everyone was a star in high school. The guard next to you averaged 25 points a game. The forward averaged a double-double. The center was all state. Now you're all on the same team. Chapter 14, Time Management and Balance. Being a Division I athlete isn't just about basketball. It's about balancing school, practice, workouts, travel, and your personal life. If you can't manage your time, the pressure will overwhelm you. That means your role will change. You may go from leading scorer to defensive stopper, from primary ball handler to energy player off the bench, from 35 minutes a night to 10 minutes, if that. Repeat this: time is my most valuable resource. I will use it wisely. Think about a typical day for a student athlete. Classes in the morning, weights before lunch, practice in the afternoon, study hall at night. And somewhere in between, you need to eat, rest, and recover. This is not failure, this is the process. Now, let's be clear. There are exceptions. Every once in a while, a player comes along who is so exceptional that they step into college and dominate right away. Think about Zion Williamson. From day one at Duke, he wasn't just on the floor, he was the star of the show. That schedule leaves no room for wasting hours. Every block of time has a purpose. Here's the challenge. In high school, you may have had more free time. In college, distractions are everywhere. Friends hanging out, social media, parties. If you don't stay disciplined, those distractions will steal the time you need for your goals. Or look at Cooper Flagg, one of the top recruits of his class. His combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ makes him the kind of player who could make an instant impact at the highest level. Here are 3 keys to managing your time. But players like Zion and Cooper Flagg are rare. Most athletes, even very talented ones, will not walk into that kind of role. And that's okay. Number 1, plan your day. Use a calendar or notebook. Write down when you'll study, when you'll work out, and when you'll rest. Don't just hope you'll find time. Schedule it. Coaches watch how you handle being a role player. Do you pout when you don't play? Or do you cheer for your teammates and stay ready? Do you accept your role and give 100% effort, no matter how small it feels? Number 2, prioritize school. If you're not eligible, you don't play. Make study hall count. Turn in assignments early. Ask for help when you need it. Number 3, protect your recovery. Sleep is just as important as lifting weights. If you stay up all night, your body won't perform the next day. Make rest a priority. Here's the secret. Players who embrace their role early often grow into bigger roles later. Coaches reward trust and maturity. If you prove you can be counted on in small moments, you'll earn bigger moments. Here's your action step. Create a daily schedule for yourself this week. Block out time for school, basketball, workouts, meals, and sleep. Stick to it for 7 days. At the end of the week, ask yourself, did I use my time wisely? Think about it like building a house. The foundation comes first. Without it, the house won't stand. Your freshman year is your foundation. Here's your action step. Write down 3 roles you can embrace that don't depend on scoring. It could be defense, hustle, communication, or rebounding. Then commit to doing those roles at a high level every time you step on the floor. Remember, the players who succeed in college aren't just talented. They're organized. They know how to balance their responsibilities. And that balance allows them to shine on the court and in the classroom. Remember, unless you're exceptional like Zion Williamson or Cooper Flagg, your freshman year won't be about being the star. It will be about proving you're dependable. And if you do that, your minutes, your role, and your impact will grow with time. Chapter 15, Off-Season Development. The season may end, but the work does not. The off-season is where players separate themselves. It's the time when good players become great, and great players become unstoppable. Repeat this: the season shows my game, the off-season grows my game. During the season, Practices are focused on team strategy and game preparation. You don't always get to work on your weaknesses, but in the off-season, you control the plan. This is your chance to attack the areas of your game that need the most work. If shooting is your weakness, get up 500 shots a day. If ball handling is shaky, spend an hour each morning with the ball in your hands. If defense is your struggle, train footwork and conditioning. Off-season is also about strength and conditioning. This is when you get faster, stronger, and more durable. Add muscle in the weight room. Build stamina on the track. Take care of your body so that when the season comes, you're ready for the grind. Here's another key. Play against strong competition. Summer leagues, AAU circuits, and open gyms with college players. Test yourself. Don't just dominate weaker players. Seek out challenges that force you to grow. And don't forget the mental side. Use the off-season to study film. Watch how great players at your position play the game. Steal their moves. Learn their habits. Add pieces to your game. Here's your action step. Write down 3 weaknesses in your game right now. Next to each weakness, write a drill you can do every day to improve it. Then commit to doing those drills for the entire off-season. Remember, when the season comes, everyone will see the results. But the real work, the work that separates you, happens when the gym is quiet and nobody's watching. That's where champions are built. Chapter 16, Handling Adversity. Every player faces challenges, injuries, setbacks, losses, moments where nothing seems to go your way. At the Division I level, adversity is guaranteed. Repeat this. Adversity will test me, but it will not break me. Here's the truth. You will not play your best every night. You will not start every game. You may get injured. You may even question if you belong. What separates average players from great ones is how they respond. When you're hurt, do you commit to rehab and come back stronger? When your minutes drop, do you sulk or do you stay ready? When the coach yells at you, do you take it personal or do you use it to grow? Adversity is a teacher. It teaches resilience. It shows you what you're really made of, and it prepares you for the bigger challenges that come later in life. Here's an example. Many D1 players sit the bench as freshmen. Some quit. Others use it as fuel. By sophomore or junior year, those who stayed the course are the ones making plays when it matters most. Action step. Write down the biggest challenge you've faced in basketball so far. Then write how you responded to it. Now ask yourself, if that same challenge came again, how would I handle it better? Remember, adversity is not the end of the road. It is part of the journey. The strongest players aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get up, learn, and keep moving forward. Chapter 17, The Regimen of a Future Division I Player. Before you worry about recruiting, visits, or highlight films, you must ask yourself one question. How do you prepare each day? Because the truth is, the average basketball player who makes it to Division I doesn't get there by accident. They follow a regimen. They live with structure. They train with purpose. Repeat this. My routine shapes my future. Let's break it down. A D1 hopeful has 4 main areas of focus every single day. Skill work, strength and conditioning, academics, and character. Skill work. Most players spend at least 1 to 2 hours a day sharpening their game. That means shooting hundreds of shots with proper form. Ball handling drills until both hands feel natural, defensive slides, footwork, and game-like reps. Strength and conditioning. 3 to 4 days a week are spent in the weight room. Lifting for strength, agility drills for quickness, sprints for endurance. Recovery built into the plan so the body doesn't break down. Academics. Division I athletes don't just fit basketball into their schedule. They fit school into it too. That means study hall, tutoring when needed, and staying ahead of assignments, because grades are just as important as points per game. Character work. Coaches don't just recruit talent, they recruit people. Each day is a chance to build habits that show maturity, discipline, and respect. That means being on time, listening when corrected, supporting teammates, and carrying yourself in a way that earns trust on and off the court. Here's your action step. Write out your current weekly schedule. Be honest about how many hours you give to basketball, school, recovery, and character growth. Then compare it to the regimen I just described. What do you need to add? What do you need to cut out? Remember, Division I isn't about one big game or one big summer. It's about the discipline of showing up every day, following a plan, and trusting the process. Chapter 18, Regular School, Homeschooling, or Prep School. Every player's path to college basketball looks a little different. Some play at their local high school, some are homeschooled, some attend prep schools or academies. Each option has advantages and disadvantages. Repeat this. The best school is the one that fits me. Let's start with local high schools. This is the most common path. You're representing your neighborhood, your city, your community. The advantage, comfort. You're around friends and classmates you've known for years. But there are real disadvantages too. One big challenge is competition. Not every local school plays against top-level talent. You might dominate in your league, but that doesn't always prepare you for Division I athletes. Coaches want to see you play against the best, and sometimes local schedules don't provide that. Another challenge is time. At a regular school, you're in class for most of the day. That means strength training and skill work are limited to before or after school. You have to carve out your own time, often early in the morning or late at night, to keep up with players who have more flexible schedules. If you're not disciplined, this can hold you back. Now let's look at homeschooling. The biggest advantage is flexibility. You can build your schedule around basketball and academics. That means more time for strength training, skill development, and rest. If you're disciplined, this can be a powerful advantage. But here's the flip side. Without structure, it's easy to fall behind. Homeschool athletes must create their own routine and stick to it. And unless you play on a competitive homeschool or travel team, you might miss out on facing top talent. Finally, there's the prep school path. Prep schools are designed for athletes who want to push themselves and get exposure. The advantage: this is the closest thing to playing college basketball. The schedule is similar. Wake up early, practice in the morning, go to class, lift in the afternoon, shoot around in the evening, and even attend film sessions. It prepares you for the grind you'll face at the next level. But the cost of this is high. Prep school can be expensive, and it may take you out of your comfort zone, away from home, family, and your usual support system. Not every player is ready for that kind of move. Here's the truth. There's no single right answer. Some NBA players came from small local schools, some came through prep academies, some were homeschooled. The school doesn't decide your future. What matters is how you maximize your opportunity, wherever you are. Here's your action step. Think about your goals and your reality right now. Do you need more competition? Do you need more flexibility? Or do you need more structure? Be honest about what environment will help you grow, because the right school is the one that fits you, your game, your mindset, and your future. Chapter 19, Mentors and Positive People. No one makes it to Division I alone. Every great player has people around them who guide, support, and challenge them. The question is, who are you letting into your circle? Repeat this. The people around me shape the player I become. Let's start with mentors. A mentor is someone who has walked the path before you. It could be a former player, a coach, a teacher, or even an older teammate. A good mentor gives advice when you're unsure, pushes you when you're lazy, and reminds you of the bigger picture when you lose focus. But you also need positive people around you every day. Friends who support your goals instead of pulling you away from them. Family members who remind you of your values. Teammates who celebrate your success and hold you accountable when you slip. Here's the reality. Negative people can derail your dream. If your circle is full of distractions, drama, or excuses, it will rub off on you. You can't expect to stay focused if the people around you aren't focused. Having the right people doesn't mean they always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes they'll tell you the hard truth. That's part of growth. Mentors and positive influences aren't there to flatter you. They're there to help you become the best version of yourself. Here's your action step. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now ask yourself, do these people push me closer to my dream, or do they pull me further away? If the answer isn't clear, it's time to rethink your circle. Remember, you become like the people you surround yourself with. Choose wisely, because the right mentor and the right circle can make the difference between almost making it and actually playing Division I basketball. Chapter 20, the summary. You've made it through this journey, 19 chapters of lessons, challenges, and action steps. Now it's time to bring it all together. Repeat this. The road to Division 1 is built one choice at a time. Here's what we've learned. First, it all begins with mindset. Division 1 players think differently. They commit to discipline, focus, and sacrifice. Then comes skill development. You master the basics: shooting, dribbling, defense, and decision-making. Flashy moves don't get you recruited. Consistency does. Next, you build your body: strength, speed, conditioning, recovery. Because college basketball is physical and your body must be ready, you create exposure the right way. Highlight reels that show more than just scoring: defense, passing, running the floor, and team play. Coaches want players who fit their system, not just players who fill up the stat sheet. But skill isn't enough without grades. Skill with bad grades is not a good combination. Your transcript can either open doors or slam them shut. And behind it all is character. Coaches recruit people as much as they recruit talent. Good teammates, respectful attitudes, and positive energy go a long way. Once you've earned interest, you'll go on visits. Official or unofficial, every visit is a test of how you carry yourself. Remember, you're choosing them as much as they're choosing you. In today's world, social media and reputation also matter. What you post is who you are in the eyes of a coach. Protect your image. The journey also requires the grind. Work when no one's watching. Stay consistent day after day, season after season. You must also understand the levels: high major, mid-major, low major, NAIA, JUCO, NCCOA. Opportunities exist everywhere. The goal is to find the right fit, not just chase the name. Most freshmen start as role players. Unless you're exceptional, like Zion Williamson or Cooper Flagg, you will earn your minutes by doing the little things and proving you're dependable. You'll also need time management. Balancing school, basketball, and life is a skill that separates serious athletes from those who fall behind. And don't forget off-season development. The summer is where good players become great. That's when weaknesses are fixed and strengths are sharpened. Along the way, you will face adversity. Injuries, setbacks, and disappointments are part of the process. What matters is how you respond. That's why you must follow a regimen: skill work, strength training, academics, and character, every day. Structure creates success. Your choice of school path matters too. Regular school, homeschool, or prep school, each has pros and cons. It's about finding what fits your life and your goals. And finally, surround yourself with mentors and positive people. The right circle will push you higher. The wrong circle will drag you down. All of these chapters come down to this: Division 1 is not about luck. It's about discipline. It's about choices. It's about consistency. Here's your final action step. Review this journey. Pick 3 areas where you are already strong. Then pick 3 areas where you must grow. Commit to working on both every day. Remember, the dream of playing Division 1 basketball is real, and it's possible, but only if you put in the work, build your character, and trust the process. This is your playbook. Now it's up to you to execute it.